Hello everybody. Today we're gonna be talking about Kamen Rider and like Super Sentai and like Power Rangers and all that stuff. It's gonna be really interesting. I'm gonna basically make this video explaining how I personally got into Kamen Rider. You know, as you've probably seen like 40 billion times on YouTube, where they're like, "How do I get into Kamen Rider? Which series is the best to start with?" And like it's like gonna be regurgitated information, but it's like the best information known to man, and I'll give you my point of view. Usually, well, yeah, let me explain how I got into Kamen Rider. I've been watching Power Rangers since I was like wee little child, like 3 apples tall kind of child, and like I was sitting in front of my TV and like watching it on Netflix because they had like a bunch of seasons on there. So I was like, "Oh yeah, this is great." And I was just like watching it like literally 24/7 365 like it was the only thing I watched for like 15 billion years. And then during one of the episodes of Dino Thunder, they showed an episode of Super Sentai as like the main Dino Thunder Rangers watching it, and I was like, yo, this is like low-key really cool. And like I was like, oh, what is this? But obviously like I kind of forgot about it because I was like, 7 years old. But then as I got older, I got back into Power Rangers because I like did a big hiatus. So I went back into it, and whenever I got back into it, I said that like 50 million times, but we're gonna just ignore that. I saw Super Sentai, and I was like, yo, let me try out a season. Let me try out a season. So obviously I went back and saw my first season, Abba Ranger. Oh yeah, and it was the best first season I've ever watched of something. Intro, peak. Characters, peak. Swords, peak. Villain, peak. Quote unquote sixth ranger, peak. We love Abba the Killer over here in this house. It's awesome. And we are and I like watched it. It was like 50 episodes. Not that bad. You could literally, some TV shows are like longer than that and don't get to the point quicker. And yeah, I was watching that, and then I was like, yo, what are some other ones that are like this? So I moved on to my next one, Magi Ranger. Wow. All magics. It's basically like, obviously, its Power Rangers counterpart was Mystic Force. Obviously, not a very beloved season. A lot of people do like it, but it's not like as popular as the other seasons. But Magi Ranger, peak. I think it's definitely significantly better than a bunch of other Sentai seasons, and like I like the fact that it was originally all siblings. It definitely made sense in the story. And I'll say my favorite ranger was definitely the green one, the oldest brother who did like all the farming. He always came from like some good gags of like trying to make sure he was caring for his siblings with good intentions, but sometimes they get into like little antics. But I love that. And then as I was watching all of them, I watched about 5-ish Sentai seasons in total before I like went over to Kamen Rider. And whenever I saw Kamen Rider, I was like, okay, I've seen a little bit of this because obviously my introduction to Kamen Rider was that Wizard commercial, the Kamen Rider Wizard, where he like is hand washing the thingy and then he sees the washing machine. Yeah, but I saw that one. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, but I'm not really trying to watch it. So I went over to like, okay, what's the one that everybody watches? I'm like knocking on the computer, and I saw that everybody was recommending this series called Kamen Rider Kuga. How it's a very like drama heavy, like gritty, like this is the one where like the series cool guys watch. And I was like, hey, I'm a cool guy. I'm a cool guy. Watch this. And so I started that, and the intro didn't really like at first I didn't really like it, but then like it started to grow on me over time. I was like, okay, I'm low-key feeling it. And then I watched that, and I think like for a first Kamen Rider season, it was definitely the best one I could have chosen. Because most people either do like the one they were born in. I know some people do that. I know some people use like metrics where they choose one of the newer seasons. I was like, I need to get the essence, which is obviously 1971's Kamen Rider. No, I'm joking. I watched Kuka all the way through. I'm that type of person where if I start something, I gotta finish it. And I went through a bunch of early Heisei seasons, and then I ended about Decade. That one was really funny. Like I enjoyed a lot of what Decade had to offer, and like I really liked the suit design, the characters. Even though I can't remember their names to save my life, even though I love it so much, like brain just doesn't work like that. But I loved it, and then I saw a bunch of like newer seasons, and I was like, okay, this is low key. This is low key cooking. I didn't get to watch Build. I heard a lot of people did watch Build. Its intro seemed like very interesting to me. But I decided like, okay, let me watch like a little bit more of the Heisei Phase 2. So like I watched Forze, I watched Double, stuff like that. I think I started on Drive. I need to finish Drive, and I want to get to Ooze, because I heard Ooze was a really popular one because of the medal system. And yeah, like that whole thing, plus the community online is like ridiculously funny. Like you have so many people that are just like making their own little inside jokes based on like the characters of the season, that makes it like absolutely hilarious. And I think part of that is like as long like whenever you have a community like that, it keeps something very flowing. And then there's also Ultraman. Ultraman is like, I'm pretty sure everybody knows what Ultraman is. They made a Netflix series, anime series off of that, and it's very cool. And that was my personal introduction to Ultraman. And whenever you have like a series like that, it makes you want to know more. So I actually decided to watch like Ultraman Tiga, Ultraman Z, to see what was the hype around. Because I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. This is not like what I'm usually like watching, but like this is awesome. But I didn't get into Ultraman until very much recently, because there's like barely any like stuff on it, like in the West, aside from like that Netflix movie and the Netflix anime. But it's still really cool. I love my giant monsters, and that giant monsters are my huge thing. Pacific Rim, Godzilla, Power Rangers, like just tokusatsu in general. Like I sound like a Jehovah's Witness right now, but it's like actually so insane how like well crafted these series are. And yeah, my general like recommendations on what you should start, even though I haven't watched like every single one like these other YouTubers probably have, is if you're starting off with Kamen Rider, if you want a newer season, probably 01. 01's really funny. If you want a Heisei Phase 2 one, you have Wizard, Double, and like Ooze. Those first like couple ones. Forze is also a really funny one. That's like more of an anime style. Heisei Phase 1, you have you don't want to start off with Decade real like right away. You can have just any of them are really good. Kuga is really good. Kiva is like gothic themed. Deno is like really funny with its ensemble cast. And then for your Showa era, then you have Kamen Rider Black. Black RX is that sequel. Then you have the original Kamen Rider. Like a lot of the Showa era, Kamen Rider Stronger. A lot of the Showa era is really solid despite its time. And Ultraman Z, I can't give an opinion on that, because you know, I don't know. I don't know. But that's basically what I want to talk about. that's it. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'm gonna be talking about random, like just whatever. So next one is completely different, or it's gonna be the same. Guess how I feel. And see ya.